Grade 3. I miss you all very much. Our unit for this week will talking about the matter. And this lesson is talking about some physical properties of the matter. But before we start with the physical properties, we must understand what the meaning of matter. So this boy asked himself, what is the matter? Matter is anything that takes up space. Again, matter is anything that takes up space. If you look on this table, we can find anything on this table. But on this table, you can find a book, and this book takes up space from the table. So now the book takes up space from the table, so the book is matter. Also, the table takes up space from the ground, so the table also is a matter. Okay, if you look around you, can you find any matter? Of course. For example, your phone, the air around you takes up space from the room. Even you are a matter because you takes up space. So, everything around us is matter. Okay, if we look in this picture, where the matter in this picture? Yeah, excellent. The umbrella. It takes up space from the ground, so the umbrellas matter. The water in the ocean or the sea takes up space, so it's also matter. The air around us is a matter. The chair, the boy takes up space from the ground, so it's a matter. The ball is also matter, takes up space. Even the sand takes up space from the land, so it's also a matter. So, matter is anything that takes up space. Okay, but we must know that no two things can take up the same space. For example, if you see in this picture that the pencil takes up smaller space than the book, and also the cup takes up different space than the book and the pencil. So the matter takes up different space. Some matter can take up small space, but other matters can take up big space. We take before in the water cycle that there are three states of matter. For example, the water. The water can be ice in the solid state, or liquid water in the liquid state, or water vapor in the gas state. Also, the matter can be solid, liquid, or gas. Okay, can we mention some examples for the solid matter around you? Yeah, very well. Your book, your sheet, your pencil, your phone, your toys. They're all solid matter. Okay, and what about the liquid matter? Like water, juice, milk. This is a liquid matter. Okay, what about the gas matter? Yeah, the air that contains the oxygen gas that we can breathe it. So this is all the types of matter. Okay, how we can describe or how can we describe the different matter? If you look at the different matter around you, how you can describe them? We can describe the matter by something called the physical property. And physical property is a characteristic of matter that you can observe or measure directly. It means that we can describe or say how the matter looks like by using our five senses, like sight, hear, smell, taste, or touch. We can describe this physical property of the matter by using our senses. For example, the properties of matter. The matter can be different shapes, different colors, different texture, different hardness, and different size. Again, different shape, color, texture, hardness, and size. What does this mean? Let's take them in more details. Number one, the matter around us can be different colors. For example, if you look around you, you can find some matter in red color or some matter in blue color and different colors. So the matter can be different colors. In this picture, this bottle, it's a matter. It takes up space, so it's a matter. And also, it has different colors. Some butter can be green, blue, red, yellow. So the matter can be different colors. And also, this flower, it's a matter. And we can see that the different flowers have different colors. They all matter and have different colors. So the matter can be different colors. Number two, the texture. Texture is the way something feels. It means also if you touch this object, what it will feels like. Some objects when you touch them can be smooth and some other objects can be rough. For example, this pear, if you touch it, you will find it feels smooth. But in the opposite side, if you touch the sand, it will feel rough. So, texture means how something feels in your hand. Okay? Can be smooth or rough. Number two, the hardness. And hardness describes how easily an object shape can be changed. If the object can be changed easily or it's very hard to change its shape. For example, the rocks. Can we change the shape of the rocks easily? Of course not, because they are very hard. But in the opposite side, the slime is soft, so we can change its shape easily. So it's not hard. So some matter can be very hard, so we can't change the shape of them easily. But some other matter soft and we can change their shape easily. For example, your mobile phone, can you change its shape easily? No, because it's very hard. Okay? Size. Also, the different matters around us has different size. For example, the elephant is a matter. It takes up space, so it's a matter. But its size is big. In the opposite side, the ant is also a matter, but it takes up small space and its size is small. So, some matters can be big or can be small. For example, your science book size will be big, but your pencil will be small. Okay? And now let's talk about the shape. Shape is the form an object has. It means that the different matters around us has different shapes. For example, if we look at these shells, we can find that some shells are long, some round, some looks like star, and many different shapes. Also, the matter around you can have different shapes. Okay? After we finish our talk about the matter, we will talk now about the mass. Mass is the amount of matter an object has. When we talk about the matter, we will talk about the mass. Mass. We wanted to know the meaning of this word. Mass is the amount of matter an object has. Mass is the amount of matter an object has. For example, I want to know the mass of my pencil case. Is my pencil case heavy or light? So I will open my pencil case and start to look into my pencil case to see the amount of pencils inside my pencil case. And after that, I will know the amount of matter inside it, and I will know the mass of my pencil case. If it contains many pencils, so it will be heavy. But if it contains one or two pencils, it will be light. Also, mass mean measure of how hard it is to move an object. For example, this boy holding the bag easily. So this bag looks like it's light. And light mean its mass is light. It means it contains less amount of matter inside it. But this boy trying to hold this bag, but it looks like this bag is heavy because it contains a big amount of matter inside it. So it's very hard to hold it or to move it. So if the matter is light or the mass of the matter is light, it means it contains less amount of matter. But if the mass of the something is heavy, it means it contains a big amount of matter. Okay? And to measure the mass of any object, you must use a band balance. This is the band balance. And the band balance measures the mass in grams. What this mean? If you put your pencil here and put the equal thing here to measure the mass of your pencil, and you find it's 10. If you say just 10, can you understand this 10 mean what? Of course no. It can be temperature, it can be length, it can be anything. But if I say 10 grams, now you understand that the 10 grams mean this is the mass of my pencil. Okay? So we use the grams with the mass. Now please open your science book on page 351. We have here on this page, the first question say, how can you compare these umbrellas? If you can remember, how can we describe the matter? We say that we can compare the different matter by their physical properties, such as color, size, mass, right? So we can compare between the different umbrellas by using their physical properties. We can look at the size of them or the color or the mass to know the difference between them. For our lesson vocabulary today, the first word, please repeat them after me. Number 1, matter. Matter. Number 2, physical property. Physical property. Number 3, mass. Mass. Number 4, volume. Volume. And the last one will be temperature. Temperature. Next, please make sure that you write them inside your science book. On the next page, here on the first part, on page 53, we have the meaning of the word matter. Matter is anything that takes up space. So please highlight the meaning of the word matter. Also, we have here the physical property, and is a characteristic of matter that you can observe or measure directly. So please use your highlighter to make both of them. Now, on page 352, if we look at the first equation, okay, if you can remember the physical properties of the matter, the texture is the way something feels. Okay, and we say also objects can be smooth or rough. So, what is the texture of the sand? If you touch the sand with your hand, it will be smooth or rough. Of course, if we touch the sand, sand has rough texture. Okay? Can you find any other rough things around you? Okay, look around you and find the difference between the smooth matter and the rough matter. Next, matter can be different colors. Write a sentence that describes the color of the ball. As we take before, the matter has different colors. So, if this ball has different colors, yeah, the ball has 6 colors. So please make sure that you write them down in your science book. Next, on page 353. Hardness describes how easily an object shape can be changed. Name a hard object you see. If you look in this picture, where the hard object you can see? Yeah, very well. The shovels and also the baskets are hard objects. So, the shovels and also the baskets are hard. Next, if we look at this objects here and compare between their size, and size is how big something is. Which object is the biggest and which one takes up the most space? Where's the biggest object? For sure it will be the sea star. And also the shape is the form an object has. So what words can you use to describe the two smallest shells? Where is the two smallest shells here? I can see them. Here they are. So, how we can describe their shape? For example, one shape is long, the white one is long, and the other small shell will be round. So, for the size, the biggest one will be the sea star, and for the shape, one shell is long and the other one is round. Okay, next on page 354. The mass is the amount of matter an object has, and mass is also a measure of how hard it's to move an object. So make sure you highlight these lines, please. Okay? Now let's take an example of how we can measure the mass. Here, also we use a band balance to measure the mass. And we measure the mass by using or in grams. Okay? Now, let's try with this example. We put the container on the band balance and put some weights to we understand or to measure its mass. So this container now doesn't contain anything. So the container mass when it's empty or alone will be what the number you can see here. Yeah, very well, it will be 10 grams. Okay? Next, if we put some water, sand inside the container and start to measure its mass, if we calculate these numbers, we will find that the mass of the container plus the things we put inside will be, yeah, very well, it will be 85. Now, we want to subtract to find the mass of only the things that we put inside the container. So let's do it with using math. Math of the container plus the things we put inside will be 85 grams. Negative the mass of the container alone when it was empty, the 10 grams. So the mass of the things only we put it will be 75 grams. Okay? We put the mass of the container when it contains the sand and water, and we put the mass of the container when it was alone or doesn't contain anything. So we find the mass of the water and other things we put inside the container alone. This is our lesson for this week. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and be good. Thank you.